Another story about giant lizards. Well, you know, I caught many a giant lizard, and the ones in Africa grow pretty big. Of course, we can't match the Komodo dragons, but they're getting there. These are true tales of my African adventures. May this inspire you, deter you, caution you, and above all, entertain you. The savanna monitor. It has a shorter neck, very, very powerful jaws, stout legs, and also a tail which it uses as a weapon. They made wonderful pets. When I say pets, after a short while you could pick them up, stick him on your shoulder so that he hangs over both sides like a sack, and they just sit there and they'll eat out of your hand. Don't get bitten by one of those. Never mind the bacteria in the mouth. A jaw is so powerful. It is so incredibly powerful. I'll tell you sometime about how I got bitten and almost ended up in hospital. But don't get bitten by them. The jaw is just too powerful. You cannot imagine the pressure it puts on a digit, and you virtually cannot withstand that pain. Anyway, so there we were. Guess where? In our favorite spot on the banks of the Limpopo River again, one of my favorite hunting grounds. We were walking along, and I saw in a large mopane tree just in front of me a very big rock monitor lizard. We call them legavans or leguans. That's the local sort of name. And its head was in the fork, the first big fork of this tree, and its two front paws were there as well. Also powerful claws for climbing, digging, and tearing the flesh of their prey. So it was looking in the opposite direction, and it hadn't seen us and it hadn't heard us, and its tail and body were hanging down with the hind legs clinging to the tree. Now, mopane trees, big ones, are notorious for not being able to climb because they really just don't have any handholds further down the tree. But this one had a couple. So I looked at it and I thought, well, you know what? I can actually climb up enough to reach the monitor lizard's tail, grab it, and once I've got it, that's it, as good as in the bag. So up I went quietly, got comfortably in position. It still hadn't heard me, didn't know I was there, and then I suddenly grabbed the tail. They're quite thick, the tails. A handful. I grabbed it, and the next thing, it released feces in a foul, fist-sized, sloppy, black, stinking cesspool of a mess, as if one had activated a toilet flushing unit, and it all came down on my forehead, into my hair, into my face, my eyes, my nostrils, into my mouth, down my chin, and into my shirt. And their poos are not normally so sloppy, but this one was a sloppy one. And I don't know what he'd been eating, but man, I don't want to know. It made the mess of the century. And I stank. And you know what? I don't even want to describe the taste and the way my eyes were stinging. And of course I had no water and I couldn't see. So I had to climb down the tree, dragging this lizard behind me. Members of the other party took the lizard from me, and somebody got our last bit of drinking water, and I managed to get some of the muck out of my eyes. And then the balance of the washing had to be done in the Limpopo River, in a pool. And I'm always nervous of those pools because of crocodiles, but I managed to get the muck out of my eyes, and I could live once again.